Hi friends, Emily here. Going live is terrifying, am I right? I didn't even put on makeup today. I'm just sitting around my office getting stuff done. But I wanted to start this Monday series that I'm calling Manual Mode Mondays. Pithy title, because I get a ton of questions from you guys about your camera. Apparently everyone has photography questions, and I would love to help out, preferably all in one place like this, as opposed to just writing tips and tricks here and there in answer to your questions. So I'm going to be hanging out with you here on Mondays and answering your photography questions. Hey, Jennifer, long time no see. So if you have questions about your camera, about how to take better pictures of your kids, about sports photography, about indoor photography, about editing, whatever your question is, there's no question too small or too dumb. So pop it in the comments here, and if I can't answer it right now, I will make it my job to find out the answer to your question, and we'll talk about it next week here. Hey, Kimberly. Hi, friend. So I was just saying today is Manual Mode Monday, and we're talking about cameras and photography and answering all your burning questions. So if you have one, type it in, holla back. If not, I will just keep on talking to myself, y'all. It is super dreary here. I can't handle it. It's raining and gross and blah. I need to see the sun. Hey, Lexi. So, questions, comments about how to use your camera, about how to take pictures of your kids, indoor photography. That's one I get a lot. It's really tricky. The pictures always come out looking orange or blurry. So if you've got that question on your mind, you know where to come. So I teach this workshop once or twice a year where I go over basic camera functions and basic manual photography, which means, if you don't know, taking your camera out of green mode, auto, putting it into manual and being more in control of your photos. That's how you get that creamy, soft background everyone loves. That's how you basically just bring your vision to life. So I teach that workshop once or twice a year at my studio. And I know not everyone can make it here. You might not be local. You might not want to wait to ask your question for another 6 months. So as I was saying, I'm going to be doing this Facebook Live thing. It's what the kids are doing these days, y'all. Gotta keep up. Every Monday, and we'll talk about your questions and how to be a better photographer. Kimberly, that is the number one question I get all the time. There are actually several ways to do that. So yes, that is a good first question. Kimberly wants to know how to make herself look 20 pounds lighter in a selfie. First of all, I know Kimberly, and if she lost 20 pounds, she would blow away. But I will humor her because I know other people want to know the answer to this question as well. So let me take a drink of my tea. All right, so when you're taking a selfie, I am notoriously bad at selfies, you guys, so disclaimer. But I know how to do it, I just can't seem to get it right. So when you take a selfie, you want to angle it slightly up, like you want the phone down. That's going to take off some of this weight here that I know I don't love on myself. So if you're like me, you might want to do that. For me personally, I have a 4.5 inch forehead. Yes, I know this because I actually measured it one day. I was bored. It's huge. It's huge, you guys. It's very large. So I have the bangs, but If you're like me with a giant forehead, you might not want to angle the shot down because it's going to make your forehead look like yay large. Bigger than it is, you don't want that. A general rule of thumb is whatever is closest to the camera is going to look biggest. Like my hands right now look like, whoa, that's like how Trump views his hands, you guys. They're huge. Sorry, bad pun. Whatever's closest to the camera is gonna look biggest. So any problem areas that you have, to get back to Kimberly's question and away from my political jokes, any problems you have, pull them farther away from the camera. If you want to de-emphasize maybe your bust area, you want to pull that farther away from the camera. For those of us who want to emphasize it, push it closer to the camera. It's not me. Hips, for instance, if someone is taking a picture of you, humor me, I'm going to stand up. Hang on. Super loud because I sit on an exercise ball. So if you're standing up, someone's taking a picture of you, you don't like your hip area, you want that like to look smaller, you're going to want to tilt your hips back. It feels super weird, you guys. Like from the side, this is what I'm doing, and it's like, ugh. Nobody wants to see that. But from the front, pushing your hips back is going to make you look natural, relaxed, and make this area look smaller. So, yeah, just make sure it's not a side picture because you don't want that giant butt. Yeah, does that answer your question, Kimberly? There's also Photoshop, which we're not going to deal with today. But otherwise, those are my favorite tips for making yourself look lighter in selfies. Oh, another one of my favorites is, sorry, exercise ball again. Kind of sounds like farts, you guys. Okay, so you can't really see my feet, but here we go. Oh yeah, there we are. So when someone's taking a picture of you, yeah, face is up here, you guys. Really, stop staring at my thighs. You're gonna want to put all of your weight on your leg that's farthest away from the camera. That's going to put the bulk of your weight, in my case, my thighs is the bulk of my weight anyway. That's going to put it farther away from the camera. And like I said, make you look lighter. Whatever's closest to the camera looks bigger. So that pulls your weight back away from the camera. And you're going to want to make a pretty little S curve with your leg that's closest to the camera. Going to keep your weight away from the camera. And another cheat is you can tilt the top half of your body closer to the camera. If I angle it just right, you can't really tell that I'm in this super weird S shape. But from the front, it looks kind of natural. And that takes the weight that I don't like and pulls it away from the camera. So like, see if I stand like this, totally different. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, you're welcome, because I just showed you all my problem areas that I hate. So, and I'm not wearing makeup. So you guys are super special. All right. I hope that answers your question, Kimberly. I love you so much. Thank you. I'm glad this is the best live video ever. Your standards are low, my friend. Any other questions for today before we sign off? I would love to answer any of your photography related questions. Heart eyes, thank you too, baby girl. All right. Anybody? Killing time before I gotta go to the bus stop, y'all. You got me here for a minute. Ask your questions. If you're not gonna ask questions, I might be forced to like sing or something. Nobody wants to hear that. While I'm waiting, some of you know that I had to go vegan a couple of months ago. I was super grumpy about it, so I started posting on Facebook some of my recipes and the things I was eating to kind of like keep myself saying, oh, I don't like this backward thing. I can't tell where my bangs are. That's what's bothering me. So I started hashtagging it grumpy vegan, and then of course immediately everybody wanted me to start a, maybe not everybody, that That's a strong phrase there. I don't think everybody wanted it. But I got some questions about when I was going to start my food blog, which, if you know me, I barely even cooked before going vegan. Anyway, all that to say, I'm not starting a food blog. I'm not starting a vegan blog, but I did start a vegan Instagram account. It is called Grumpiest Vegan, no spaces. That's me. You can follow me if you want. If you don't want, don't follow me. I really am not going to get my face hurt over it. Okay. Lexi, how do I get the pictures off my phone and onto my walls? That's a great question. I'm tempted to laugh at it because I know you. But it is actually a good question. All right, so some of my favorite apps for this, there are plenty out there. I really like Parabo Press. It's P-A-R-A-B-O, I believe. And they do, they've got this great app that integrates with your phone, and you can easily just pop either your Instagram feed or your camera roll, pictures from either, into the app, and they make these beautiful little square prints. I think they do other sizes too. I should really get more educated on this before I answer this question. But I love their quality. I've actually ordered from them. I can testify to the quality, and I'm not getting paid in any way to say that. So I highly, highly recommend you do get the pictures off of your phone and onto your walls. It's important. I could go on for days about this, but there is actual scientific research that shows that kids are happier and better adjusted when they can see pictures of their family on the walls and see themselves as part of the family unit and see the visible love and connection that there is between them and their family. So get those pictures off of your phone. You might be able to see them on your phone, but your kids are not seeing them as often as you do. And also related, get in the picture with your kids. I don't care if you're overweight. I don't care if you've got terrible skin. I don't care if you don't like yourself at all. Your kids love you. And they're going to need those pictures of themselves with you because you're not going to be around forever. Sorry, guys. Hate to burst your bubble. It's true. All right. That is just about all we have time for today. If you have more questions about your camera or how to take better photos or anything photo related, hit me up. We will talk about them next Monday on Manual Mode Mondays. Love you guys. Bye.